I live in Paris and I'm from Manchester, England, and I just wanted to tell you the difference between when you say something, for example, in a store in Paris versus if you say exactly the same thing in a store in Manchester. Now, I'm going to get messages from people saying, if you don't like living in Paris, get out of our country, go and live back in England. You can't even tell an anecdote without getting hate, even the simplest of anecdotes. But I'm fighting to be able to tell my anecdotes and still say that I love living in Paris without having to justify myself to haters and trolls. Anyway, with that said, so for example, in my three little cans of tomato concentrate, like tomato thick sauce that come in the pack of 3, is now €3.70. And I thought it was a mistake because I could have sworn it was like €1.20 for the past 19 years I've been living in Paris, and suddenly it was €3.70. If it was €1.80 or even €2.20, I wouldn't have thought anything of it, but I thought it must be a mistake. €3.70 for 3 little cans of tomato concentrate de tomate. So I went to my local Lidl, and they are actually really nice. And I said to the guy, it says it's $3.70 for the tomato concentrate. Is it a mistake? And he said to me, no, it's not a mistake. Like very, very stroppy in the typical Paris way. If that's what the price is written, that's what the price is, madame. Very, very aggressively. Now, if I was in Manchester, which I don't want to live in, I don't want to live in Manchester just because this scenario would go better. But just to give you an example of what I'm used to, if I was in Manchester, they'd say, yeah, I know, unfortunately, it's tough, isn't it? The prices have gone up, darling, love, sweetie. I'm really sorry about that. It's nothing we can do about that. Yeah, yeah, sorry, love, sorry. Now, if you were in the US, they'd go, having lived in New York for 2 years, they'd say, well, ma'am, unfortunately, as much as we'd like to bring the prices down, these are the prices here in the US and blah, blah, blah. And I'm really sorry. Maybe we can I'll speak to my boss and see if I can get you a 50 cents off that, ma'am. They'll bend over backwards, but in Paris they'll go, oui, madame, c'est comme ça, madame.